62 creepy things women did to men. 62 according to Reddit. Well, there was this one time a girl at my high school forced her way into my house and raped me. I can't go into detail because the PTSD is still really prevalent even after almost 4 years. This same girl spent the entire 4 years we were at the same middle school and high school at obsessing over me. She was one of those really weird emo girls with bleached blonde hair and insisted people call her Melancholy or just Mel, and would get offended when people called her by her real name. She was always with really shitty guys, like sexually and or verbally abusive, so I felt bad for the first year or two, but the first year we knew each other, she tried to set me up as her next boyfriend because her current one would be moving away 2 months later. Military teen life, yay. I noped the fuck out of that. I started dating another girl while she was still with the said boyfriend. She wanted me to replace, and she messaged me unfriended, and then proceeded to pretend I didn't exist, even when we were in the same room for class and shit. The first semester of the following freshman year, we had 2 classes together, and she would physically and verbally abuse me in front of my girlfriend, sitting right next to me, like pulling my hair out, specifically for the purpose of making me cry, stabbing me with mechanical pencil so the lead broke off inside my skin, still have a scar from that one, and making fun of my religion at the time, it literally every class period, ex-Mormon here. She switched out of the classes because she was failing them, and I didn't hear from her until the next summer when my girlfriend left and we had split. She would come over and we'd sit on my front porch and I'd listen to her bitch about her shitty guy problems because no one else would, and I still pitied her at the time. One of those days that summer when my family was gone was when she tried to rape me in my own home. Not fun. When school started at the end of that summer, within a month she had already told basically the whole school about how she dominated me in my own home and other shit like that, and I had to fight off the name calling and questioning and all sorts of bullshit the next 2 years that I was at that school. She hardly ever spoke to me again outside of that occasional school event when we were forced to interact. And she would try to hook up with me again, and I literally fucking ran one time. And I would catch her talking shit about me to other people, even after we had lost my place. Catch her talking shit to me about other people, even after we had gone months without talking. She ruined my reputation, my friends, my mental health, basically my entire life at school. I'm still haunted by everything she did to me, and I still get triggered anxiety attacks whenever I hear words or whatever shit that I still associate with her, and I haven't even seen her in over 3 years. Punctuation, my man. It's really bad. I don't know why I spent half an hour typing all of this out, because I know it'll get buried and no one will read it, but at least I can cry myself to sleep knowing that maybe someone can ease my mind when I wake up from the nightmare tomorrow. Wow, that was fucking cringy, but I'll post it anyway. Fuck it. Jesus Christ, ladies. Jesus Christ. Well, number 61. My friend was chatting with a woman that he had just met online. That he had just met online from the same school. A different grad program. Before they agreed to a first date, she somehow found his address and sent him a gift basket to his apartment. He immediately blocked her and luckily never heard from her again. Oh my God. OP asks, was his address on social media by any chance, or was she just a really crazy stalker? And the person responds, he barely had any social media and didn't even tell her his last name. Maybe after he told her what department he worked in, she used the school resources to find out the rest. He was pretty rattled by the incident. Thank you, Stripes. And hello to everybody. Elliot Fleck, Shoot Man, Kevin, Jesus, Aurelia, and Emmy, of course. Emmy's bathroom is haunted, guys. Pray for her. Pray for her haunted bathroom. Number 60. This was in kindergarten on first grade. We were sitting in the library being read to by our teacher, and a girl stuck her tongue in my ear. I asked her to stop and she wouldn't, and she didn't stop despite my protest and squirming until we both got in trouble by our teacher. Maybe not creepy, but it always stuck with me as something that was very odd and off-putting. Some girls love that earwax. You know what I mean? Just want to get their tongue in there and just lick all that earwax. You know what I'm talking about. Ugh. Number 59. Walking from school in a big gaggle, I overhear a girl like 20 feet down at full volume say, I could have sex with that guy anytime I want. I mean, she could have, but it was still kind of creepy. Ooh. That was stupid. Number 58. Guys, buckle up, because I know towards the top of this, these are going to get really fucking gritty, and I just hope that they're not too intense. Not too intense. You know what I'm talking about. Number 58. One takeaway from this thread is that there are a lot of people out there, men and women, whose mating instincts are way off. You don't say. Let's proceed upward and see if we can figure out why. Number 57. They asked me to get her the wisdom teeth I recently... Oh, to gift her the wisdom teeth I recently had removed? Damn, I wish I had a stalker that into me. Holy shit. Creeped me right the hell out of that very, very brief relationship. Oh man, dude. I wonder if I had like double the subs that I had right now, if anyone would be so crazy that they would want like a tooth or something of mine. Oh my God. Yo. Number 56. I met Robin, a girl from another town, and we became pen pals for our senior year. That's so kawaii. Toward the end of the year, I broke up with my girlfriend and she asked me to her prom. I went with her. We had a nice evening, but not too much happened physically. Gay. That was the last time I saw her. Over the summer, I got another girlfriend and Robin joined the Navy. She sent a last letter before she left for basic. I got a letter 2 years later asking if I wanted her back and that she was holding out for me. 17 years later, she calls my parents' number and got my number. This time she told me about how her life was a mess and she never forgot about me. She hinted but didn't beg for a date, and luckily we were half the country apart. 2 years after that, she tried friending my mother, who she's never met, on Facebook in order to find me. Last year at Christmas, she finally found my account and tried to friend me. Scary. Ooh. Somebody else says, this sounds like somebody who has a very long-held crush on you. You're like this bright little beacon of goodness in a life that feels that it's gone downhill ever since, which means she has probably created some strange picture of you in her mind, which no longer matches reality. I would say to talk to her like over the phone. If you decide she's a weirdo, then you don't have to have anything to do with her, but you need to tell her firmly that you are not interested in pursuing a relationship. Crush her hopes completely. Yes. I don't say this to be mean, of course, but because it sounds like it's the same situation, sort of an undying hope that I am cursed with. You need to crush that hope completely. Yes, crush it. Yes, crush it, yes. So that she can move on. That's how Emily's inner monologue sounds like. That's what her voice in her head sounds like when it talks to her. You know, she wonders whether or not something's a good idea, and then, you know, that's what it sounds like. Number 55. I came back to the dorm to find a girl who I didn't know waiting for me. I had apparently served her food once at the campus food place I worked at. She figured out who I was and where I lived without even my name. Not sure how I managed to shoo her out peacefully, but I did. I'd love to serve somebody food and have them go, "From the moment that you passed me that food, I just knew I had to suck that dick, Kyle. Oh my gosh. I'm not creepy or anything. But you better take your pants off right now or I'll say you raped me." Oh my god. Number 54. Faked her own death. Faked a terminal illness. Faked a miscarriage. Faked a suicide. Stole over $5,000 from me. $5,000. One day someone will give me $1,000. Yeah. Gave me a VD? What's a VD? A V disease? A VD? Gave me a VD? What does VD stand for, guys? A venereal disease. Ew. A contagious disease such as gonorrhea or syphilis. Oh, syphilis. Oh my god. You don't want the syphilis, dudes. Oh shit, that's the wrong fuck. Alright, look. Gave me a venereal disease, made it my fault. The list goes on. It's my fault for believing any of it, but she hunted me down like easy prey when I was easy prey. I hope you really are dead, Andrea. Fuck you. Man, fuck Andrea, huh? Stole $5,000. Jeez. Wow. As we continue up to number 53. A woman professed her love for me about 12 years ago via text. It was a very long text message, and she said at one point, "I feel it might be weird for you to have said all this, and I hope it doesn't weird you out." Nothing that was really scary until she pulled out all the stops to get me to come see her. Bought me tickets to sporting events she knew I liked, bought me a monthly train pass so that I could come and go to see her. It became really creepy. Enough that I was becoming afraid to bump into her. And prior to that, I didn't feel that way at all. It went south real fast. That's pretty intense. Excuse me. As we proceed, number 52. My wife and I just went to see It shortly after her birthday. I was cooking in the kitchen and she pushed a red balloon into the kitchen. I turned around and it was rolling towards me on the floor. Stupid bitch. Number 51. The weird staring girl. When I was in high school, I noticed a girl just staring at me while I was eating lunch with my friends in the cafeteria. I don't really like or really think much of it. That day, the next day, I see the same girl just staring at me again. This time, I think maybe the girl likes me or a friend is sitting next to me. This girl is not ugly or anything. She's just a normal girl. This keeps happening like almost every day for 2 weeks or so. Thank you, carne estrada burrito. You guys have heard of carne asada, but have you heard of carne carne estrada?
Slap it on some toast.
Holy shit, Elliot Fleck is a sponsor as well. God, you guys can't stop pulling out the stops. Elliot Fleck, I'm humbled by you, man. I've been seeing a lot of you in the last couple of days, and I don't even know how to properly recognize you for your wonder. So thank you for being who you are. And I'll properly thank you at the end of this list. Thanks for slapping it on some toast. Whatever that means. Well, this kept happening like almost every day for 2 weeks or so. She even eats food just staring at me. Sometimes I see her standing in the hall staring while I am waiting for class to start. I even went to the basement with another group of friends to have lunch, and she is there. So after a hallway death stare incident, I get creeped out and tell my friends in a class about this, and they don't believe me or make some weird joke and laugh. So one day at lunch, I whisper to my friends that this girl has been staring at me for more than 2 weeks. It's creeping me out. They look at her and tell me that they noticed that too, but didn't say anything. I am hoping it was just a weird crush that she has, so I end up going up to her and say hi. She just keeps staring for 15 seconds. I say, "Why do you keep staring at me every day?" She continued staring for 30 seconds. I tell her to please stop doing that and walk away. Next day, nope, there she is. Thank God she moved to a different school after a few weeks. At least she didn't follow me to my house, I think. Holy shit. That would be straight fucking creepy, son. Oh my God. Oh my God. Something about this has a little bit of that creeponomics. Something about this is creepy. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Let's continue. Why does that startle me so? It's unsettling. Number 50. When I was around 15, I was super socially awkward, which meant that I wasn't exactly the popular kid, but there was a certain segment of the girls who, in retrospect, probably mistook my almost complete inability to talk to other people as being mysterious, or something like that, and they were interested in me as a result. At one point in time, a girl I literally didn't even know came up to me and told me point blank, Red Lobster cheddar biscuits? He says, get yourself some cheddar biscuits. Oh, you know what? It's supposed to do the thing. Guys, give me one moment. I have to fix something. Let's see here. Because it was still set to $5 for the text to speech. So I'm going to set that back down to $3, and then I'm going to save it. And since I'm sure he wanted his thing to be heard, what we're going to do is re-enable that there we go.
Get yourself some cheddar biscuits.
You know, I don't know what that means, guys. All I know is I appreciate the tree fitty. Red Lobster cheddar biscuits, you're a knight and a scholar. Get yourself some cheddar biscuits, though. What the hell? Look, the girls mistook this guy from being mysterious even though he was socially awkward, and at one point in time, a girl I literally didn't even know came up to me and told me point blank, I want to fuck your brains out. Well, normally that would be hot as hell, and if it came from somebody you were interested in, but when you're a huge introvert and it's coming from someone whose name you don't even know, yeah, not so much. I don't remember what I said in response, but I don't imagine it was very smooth, since I kind of wanted to just get the fuck out of there as fast as possible. Oh, the poor guy. Poor guy. You mean stare, S-T-A-R-E stripes. The stairs that you spelled are the ones that you walk on to go up, you know? This better not be a picture of that stupid little girl from Dexter's Laboratory. That's all I'm saying. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hannah, tell them. Tell them. Hannah, tell them the other night we're playing fucking Call of Duty. And I said, I remember this thing from Dexter's Lab that goes, I, your eyes hypnotized, but why, I, do you stay by my side? And it's this just girl that's creeping on Dexter. It was, I can't believe I knew what it was before. Dude, what the bing bong? Oh my God. Wait, Red Lobster is Aaron Deers? Change your name back to Aaron Deers. Damn it. Stop the bullshit. God. How did I not know that? Ugh, number 49. I don't have time for you guys tonight. I was at the pub with some friends, and one of them left a scarf at a now packed place. Or table. Same difference. She was feeling socially awkward and asked me to go get it. I thought, no big deal. I'll get it and show her. Oh my God. Double D Consuela. Well, first of all, I love that she has double D's. I appreciate that. But, why Consuela? Why Consuela? That Latin twist, I guess. This is just getting strange. I was at a pub with some of my friends, and one of them left a scarf at a now packed table. She was feeling socially awkward and asked me to go get it, and I thought, no big deal, I'll get it, and show her that there's nothing to be worried about. I asked a woman in her early 20s, I was 18, if she could pass me the scarf. She got up, walked over to me, wrapped it around my neck, and proceeded to try to choke me with it, really going for it. Her hands were shaking from the force she was putting into pulling the two ends of the scarf. The pub was packed, but everyone just stood there not exactly sure of what was going on, myself included. After what felt like ages, two guys pulled her back to the table. They were looking at me worried, shaking their heads, with faces that said, we have no idea. Everyone around the table clearly knew her, and was deeply shocked by her behavior. I can't help but think about how differently this would have played out if the genders were reversed. For real. If a man did that to a woman in a crowded pub, he'd get thrown out and the police would be called. What the hell? I'm so glad that we have now graduated to the what the fuck portion of this list. Buckle up. As we proceed up to number 48, an older lady in her mid-30s to early 40s told me, a 16-year-old gay male, that she could turn me straight while I was working on another client's PC at a repair shop. Lady, what your furk? What your old ass? What? Number 47, boy. Oh my God. These are stories. Jesus Christ. I worked in an environment with a large female to male ratio. Ooh, yeah. I got along with one of them like a house on fire. Same sense of humor. We worked second shift and had the same rotation. One day I was in the station finishing up charts and whatnot, and the subject of work wives and husbands came up. Ooh. And she mentioned that we were pretty much there. I nodded, looking back, and I can almost see the world turning black and white and going all blurry in slow motion with that nod. She starts texting me daily, whatever, we're friends, then nightly. And then the nightly ones take on an uncomfortable tone. A few weeks go by, and it's turned into talking about wanting to kiss me. Then, about fucking me? Keep in mind I'm married. My wife and I were going through a difficult time due to working separate shifts, but still happily married with children. Love and marriage. I tell her, or I tell my wife about this, and I tell this lady we're friends, that is all. I give my wife my phone every time I get a text from this lady because she won't fucking stop. I got stuck working a double during a snowstorm. This is like a month later. Coworker asked to borrow my jacket to scrape her windows because hers got wet. Yeah, sure, whatever. The next morning I realize my phone is gone. 8 hours later, I'm back at work and my coworker has my phone, says it fell out in her car when she got her scraper. All my texts are deleted. Browser history is cleared. I tell my wife and bring it up to my supervisor because something isn't right. My supervisor does nothing because I have nothing to show her. She made a note and said, I don't want any part of your workplace drama. Over the following months, my coworker sends me porno gifts, pictures of herself in the bathtub, and more talk about wanting to be with me. She talks about our relationship, which at this point consists of her alternating between flirting heavily and throwing me death stares, depending on what mood she's in. This bitch crazy. She has convinced some of our coworkers that I've been leading her on. I convinced my friends to please never leave me alone with her, and I also report this to my supervisor, but as it turns out, remember that night my phone went missing and everything got deleted? Turns out there was some pretty steamy texting going on for hours. From the look of it, I've been a willing participant based on what she said. Again, she doesn't want to get involved in workplace drama. This bitch was fucking smart. She got a hold of your phone, you stupid bitch, that you didn't fucking lock. Even if you had it in your jacket and you lent this jacket the fuck out, you should have locked your phone. When you go into the workplace, you lock your phone, nigga. These phones will unlock with your fucking fingerprint. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't got to worry about all these dumbass numbers. This bitch got your phone and was texting herself from your number to implicate your ass. She got you, baby. That's manipulation on a whole nother level. Oh my God. She got your ass. Oh my God. The story continues. I walk out stunned, but then I remember I worked a double that night. I was in the open under surveillance that whole time. I bring this to her attention. Tell her to check the scheduling and payroll and compare it to the dates on my coworker's date and timestamp on these steamy texts. My supervisor tells me that she already told me she doesn't want any part in my workplace drama, and that's the creepiest thing a woman has ever done to me. Been made aware of an ongoing cycle of unwanted sexual advances that has escalated to the point of making sure that I left work with my friends, seeing evidence that showed that my personal property had been compromised, and refusing to do anything at all. That's so sad. Everybody listen up real quick, just in case it wasn't clear. The creepy shit wasn't that this other stupid bitch wanted him so bad that she was gonna creep on this guy, even though he had a wife, and try to fuck him and try to do all of this shit. It was that when it was made clear to another bitch, that, is over them in the workplace, that his shit has been tampered with, that she's lying in ways that he can prove she's lying, that she wasn't going to do anything about it. I guess hoes got to have each other back, right? You dick smoking pieces of crap. But the bottom line is wrong, and it's so sad that to him, that was what was creepy, that he brought this to a higher up's attention. But because the higher up was a female, she was like, I don't want to get involved in workplace drama. Oh my God. Well, I wrote my 2-week notice in highlighter on a post-it note before I left the office. This poor guy. Here's hoping it doesn't even get worse. But you know it will. Number 46. In the middle of lifting, I was interrupted by a woman who told me I'd make a great stepdad. No clue who she was, but I did know out quite fast. I'm sure people have said more gross shit in a fucking if they were in a gym, you know what I mean? So, number 45, my ex stabbed me with scissors when I got home one night. She insisted that since I didn't answer her calls that I was cheating on her. I was not. The scissors went 3 inches into my gut, and in a daze of confusion, I wrestled her to the floor in an attempt to stop the attack. I woke up 4 days later to learn her brother, who while I was trying to subdue her, thought I was attacking her and hit me in the head with a cast iron skillet. 12 stitches and a slightly worse short-term memory later, I said to myself, I'm never talking to her again. Don't stick your dick in crazy. And don't stay with a hot girl when you know some screws are loose. Like I said before, get mad at me if you want to, guys. Sometimes that crazy ratio is in utter and complete balance with how sexy they are. You know what I'm talking about? Some girls are gross. You know what I mean? But they think that they're hot because they got big titties, and they confuse themselves into thinking that all the attention that they get from guys is because they're amazing, as opposed to just having a rack. You know what I mean? And they take these selfies, and they know what the fucking main show is. Don't nobody give a shit about your face, you stupid hoe. You know what I'm talking about? But my point is this, dude. Don't let it cloud your judgment. This is something for you to mess around with, okay? When you reach maturity, you got to think long term. You got to see the future. And crazy, that's something for you to tolerate for a small amount of time, but not for something for you to live with. You don't want to live with that. Get out of them crazy situations, baby. It's nice to see Aaron Deers back in the stream chat, as opposed to changing his name to Red Lobster or whatever the fuck he had going on. What a nightmare. This guy's crazy. As we proceed to number 44. I mean, it's not creepy, but it was pretty weird. I was 19, working making toasted sandwiches. It was, say, midnight, and this girl I know had her friend with her, so we were all hanging out. It's since occurred to me that the friend, Amy, probably had a thing for me. They were pretty drunk, and Amy came behind the counter and asked for a bite of the toasty I was eating. Don't tell my boss. So I said, okay. And she attacked the bottom of this baguette with her mouth, gobbling it up and whatnot. And then she says, I get so slutty when I'm drunk. Okay. And went back to the other side of the counter. I was really confused at the time, though now I realize that that was just her painful attempt at drunken flirting. Still, she was attractive. It's true. The more attractive certain people are, the more they can get away with without it being borderline creepy. That's how the real life works, you know? That's how it goes. Well, here we go. Number 43. Oh, Jesus, so many stories. I was working at a pharmacy in Michigan that I had gotten one of my really good friends a job at. Both of us being single, we got too drunk one night and ended up hooking up. She mentioned it to one of our coworkers. Nope. That coworker told another coworker, and they began to ask to see my dick, asking if I had measured it. Would try and compare it to things, asking if it was close to this size. It was pretty awkward all around. I also had a female pharmacist who used to get really close to me and throw her hip into mine. She'd give me a hug when I showed up to work, not in an okay way, and she'd make comments about how we would have dated when she wasn't married. Nigga. Number 42. Girl at Best Buy hit on me while I was there with my pregnant girlfriend. First time it has ever happened to me, and my girlfriend had to be right there. Oh, what do you... Oh, he seems upset. He seems upset. Oh my God, he seems upset. My girlfriend had to be there, jeez. He seems upset about it. Number 41. Okay. This happened a few years ago. My older brother remarried this terrible woman who we will call Jennifer. Jennifer had a very strange younger sister named Sarah. Sarah didn't come around our family for the first year or so after the marriage, or, of the marriage, and I'm not sure why. I remember very clearly when she did, though, because she was extremely flirty with me. At one time, I was about 16, and she was in her early 20s, so there was definitely an age difference, and I was definitely not legal yet. I kind of ignored it for a while until she started showing up every weekend. Sometimes she would grope at me, and other times she would just be satisfied with staring at me with a really weird expression on her face. Jennifer often enabled her, putting us in situations where we would be alone at the house together. One day I was out at lunch and I started getting texts from Sarah. I didn't give her my phone number, and she was asking about how she would love to take, or she was talking about how she would love to take my virginity. I didn't answer because holy shit, right? And over the course of the next hour or so, I got a series of messages. First, she was talking about coming over to see me. Then she asked me to let her in the house. I guess that someone let her in because then I got selfies of her laying in my bed, undressing. She didn't like it when I wouldn't come home to sleep with her. I tried my best to avoid her, and finally my brother divorced Jennifer for unrelated reasons. That was a great relief because I never saw Sarah again. Man, some of you assholes just getting pussy left, right, and center. You know what I'm talking about? A rapey sister-in-law. Here's the thing, man. I'm the type of guy where if any girl gets overly like, yeah, then I'm just like, this bitch already pregnant and she trying to trap me. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not gonna fall for that, you succubus. Be gone, thought. Oh my God. Get that shit out of here. Number 40. I made an alternative account for this. That's not what we call those here. We call them throwaways. Have you never read it before? Have you never read it before? It's become this dark event that's divided our town. It happened to a friend I knew. Real bright, had a well-paying job. One day he parties with this girl.
It was bothering me that it was sitting at also. Cheese, cheese, cheese.
My God. My man Elliot. Thank you, Elliot. You'll always be. I think you know what you'll always be.
My man!
As we continue. Thanks, Elliot. Real Bright had a well-paying job, and one day he parties with this girl. She claimed he raped her, but refused to speak with the police. Despite this, and despite the fact that he had a recorded phone call with her admitting she was lying, his life was ruined. And welcome to America. I watched him go on a downward spiral, and I had a couple decade-long friends turn on me just for being around him. A year and 6 months after the allegations, he had a phone call at a bitch admitting she was lying. 6 years, a year and a month, a year and 6 months after the allegations, he started getting phone calls from her demanding money. He agreed to meet her in a hotel room. Once she arrived, he shot and killed her, then turned the gun on himself.
My man!
Bazinga!
Fuck the hoe. Fuck that hoe. Guys, I am the worst, and I'm not going to pour my personality into this right here because y'all don't want to know how I feel about a bitch that'll ruin some dude's life with a lie. Fuck these hoes. Fuck these hoes. These hoes ain't nothing but dirty ass bitches and sluts half the time, and the fact that they can get the world on their side when it's fucking proven that they on that bullshit. What you mean you got a phone call admitting that she was lying and the town's divided over it? Let me continue reading. It's taken a long time to cope, and it scares me how moments of after any allegation people form a mob for justice. I know victims should be encouraged to come forward, but when a guy has proof The girl wouldn't go to the police. She willingly met him in a hotel room after essentially trying to blackmail him. That should be enough to prove one's innocence. I lost a good friend. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hello, Valentina. Oh my God. Why is Candy Stripes now Peppermint Stripes? What the fuck is the unified Doug theory? Peanuts, prototype Doug. The original Doug. They say all grown up is Doug with Rugrats. That's interesting. Doug in elementary school with furries is what Arthur is. Get that shit out of here. We were supposed to watch Arthur for a stream. What a nightmare. As we continue up this list, ladies and gentlemen, of 62 creepy things that women did to men, we have arrived at number 39. I was hanging out with a couple of friends once. One of them got too drunk and started rubbing my penis through my jeans. Oh, this girl over here rubbing my penis through my jeans. She was twice my age, fat, and generally unattractive. How you gonna be fat? Aaron Deers.
_ whoops.
Whoops, there it is. Thank you, Aaron, for that $3.27. You guys know how much strange numbers confuse me. And $3.27, man. Well, I don't even know where to begin. Back to the story. She was twice my age, fat, and generally unattractive. But what made more of a difference than that was that she kind of grabbed me when I started to pull away. I was much stronger than her and sober, so I didn't feel like I was not in control of the situation, but the fact that she tried to control me physically kind of took it out of a realm that I was comfortable with. This bitch has probably raped before. She raped before. Let's be real. You weren't going nowhere. Imagine if he was drunk enough to where she could just overpower him. She has raped before. Let us continue. Number 38. An ex turned stalker. Well, drove 45 minutes to my place to leave notes on my car. When she didn't even own a car, refused to stop touching me at clubs for 8 months after we broke up. When we dated for okay. I blocked her number from too many texts, voicemails. Well, thank you again, Elliot Fleck. And you know what he did? He's correcting the OCD he's OCD correcting the strange donations that other people are making. I think I love this guy. So now it's an even 25 that's been donated for this stream. What's Salamander on about? She says, damn, haven't you done this list plus male abuse stories like 3 or 4 times? There are plenty of lists that I've done multiple times. I'd love to see where you're going with this, though. You got some kind of dark backstory you're not telling anyone? Well, I'm going to go ahead and ban you for that, because you'd know my backstory if you've seen more than 10 fucking lists, but you haven't. And you'd know that I'm doing things on Reddit because they're topical. This was something that was literally posted within the last couple of hours. That's why I did it. But if you got a problem with it, you could see your own ass out the fucking door, you stupid hoe. How is it you got a problem with it, but you're here? You know? If you like it enough, just watch it. There goes Aaron Deers again, making it not a rounded number for the stream's donations. It's $26.34 with his $1.34 donation. I don't think Elliot's going to correct that, and that's the bottom line. This is very interesting. Yeah, no. I don't know who the hell Ashley is with her salamander ass. But that'll be the last time we see these furry, slimy motherfuckers up in the stream chat. Like if you type creepy in, can you imagine if somebody was on a creepy videos going, haven't you done one of these creepy videos already? Do you have some kind of creepy backstory that you want to tell everybody about? Faggot. As we roll up to number 37. Wait a minute. I didn't finish this one, did I? Typical. An ex turned stalker. Did I even finish the one before that? Yes. He's not going to correct the 2634. Trust me. Trust me. So as we continue, I drove 45 minutes. She drove 45 minutes to my place to leave notes on my car when she didn't even own a car. Refused to stop touching me at clubs for 8 months after we broke up. What? I blocked her number from too many texts and voicemails. There were all those stupid Facebook inspirational quote type shits. Oh, gross. God damn. Well, if y'all fucking around on Facebook, then you guys are made for each other. That's the kind of stupid shit that everybody trying to avoid like the plague. Can you imagine what the future is going to be like? Because back in my day, it was as bad as like Marilyn Monroe quotes that actually probably weren't attributed to Marilyn Monroe. They would just use.
Bet.
My God, Elliot Fleck. I nod my head in your general direction. You are the chosen one here, sir. He corrected the wait. Why does it say 3137 then? He couldn't even enjoy the fact that it was rounded. He couldn't enjoy that the number had been rounded before Sheepman rolled in and made it some weird number again. Boy, is that unsatisfying. Can you imagine if I could actually get some like donators that were OCD and wouldn't allow the number to be weird like this? This is getting funny. This is getting funny. Emmy Bun says, back in Kyle's day, he thought Jinko jeans were stylish. Emily, are you trapped in that haunted bathroom right now? Don't play with me, girl. I will perform a seance, okay? So that Emily's bathroom will not be haunted, because I bet you I could go drop something in a toilet in Emily's bathroom and all the ghosts would be like, oh my God. That's what a ghost sounds like. Let's continue the story, okay? I blocked her number from too many texts and voicemails. They were all these stupid Facebook inspirational quotes and shit like that. I remember her as a friend on Facebook, but she kept messaging me, or I removed her, remember. So I blocked her. She created a LinkedIn account to message me, so I blocked her there. Found my YouTube account and started messaging me there, so I blocked her. I didn't even know I could receive messages on YouTube. I had to block her on League of Legends, nerd. Started sleeping with a dude who was 2 years older than her, who had a kid our age. Oh no, not 2 years, 20 something years older, and had a kid our age. So he would bring her around me. Somebody asks, what rank are you in League of Legends? Typical. I love it. I love what rank are you? That's so rude. Well, forgive me. Let's read like 10 of these really quick. If this shit'll allow me. Some of these are so long. So let's go. 10 in a row. Number 37. I was at a music festival in an American flag onesie last year, and a lot of people were wanting to take pictures with me. I was having a good time meeting a bunch of people, and these group of older ladies between 40s and 50s came up to me and wanted a picture. When I got in their group, one kneeled down, and when they took the picture, the one who kneeled down grabbed my crotch. I moved and yelled, hey, and she said, shut up, and grabbed it again and said, you're a guy, enjoy this. I ended up just leaving pretty quickly at that point. Oh my God. That is so mean. They just grabbing men by the dick. Grabbing men by. the dick. Don't grab me by the dick, ladies. You gotta ask first, okay? Number 36. This girl who works at my mom's work, their servers, always tells my mom that she's going to marry me and thinks I'm cute. It wasn't a big deal at first, but it got out of control for a little bit there. Commenting heart eyes and inappropriate remarks on any post my mom would make with me tagged in it, she finally followed me on Instagram and liked every one of my 700 something posts. And here comes the best part. She starts messaging me through Instagram and I didn't reply once, but she begins having a conversation with herself with me in my inbox, like asking questions and answering them for herself and replying as if I said something and saying things like, I heard from your mom that you're going through a rough time, and opens up to me about her past, which is long and inappropriate things to send someone who hasn't even replied. This is among many other creepy things she's done to me. She doesn't bother me anymore, though. Just the occasional like on a picture. I like that one. That was great. That was fun. It was nice and condensed. Pretty great. Oh, it was like a greatest hits. I liked it. Number 35. Oh, wait a minute. How you just gonna stop music?
____.
363. He's successfully rounded the streams donations back to $35, guys. So in your face. I mean, you guys thought that it would. Boy, I need some background music here. Let's see. Background music. All right. Let's see here. Wait a minute. What the fuck? God damn it. All right, give me that royalty free, baby. Oh yeah, baby. All right, give me like a mood. No feels. No shit. Okay, click that. Come on. All right. Calming, and then I want like. What's this one sound like? Hello? Nigga, shut that shit the hell up. Let me get some of that, maybe like a relaxed. Calming and relaxed. It's gotta be pretty simple. What's Dewdrop Fantasy? Aw, yeah. No, that's stupid. Come on. Just start over the shit you were playing before. Killing yourself. I do need to download new music, though. But it's not gonna happen now. Shit. Well.
You thought wrong.
There goes Aaron Deere successfully having destroyed the, the roundness of the stream shit. You know? Aaron Deere's wins, guys. You know, it's stuck at 38. Hot Dog has made it even stranger at 39.42. You know what the comedy is? If you guys donated too quickly, you could fuck up each other's fuck ups. You know what I mean? Like one guy could be donating right in the midst of somebody donating to screw it up to correct it. But then because somebody else just donated to screw it up again, it double screws up. And oh boy. Oh boy. As we continue up the list of 62 creepy things that women did to men, we arrive at that number 35. Where's the list? There it is. Oh man, I was the awkward teen girl. I grew out of it mostly, so now I'm here checking his threads with my fingers crossed, hoping none of these stories sounds familiar to me. Typical. Number 34. I had a girl come into my room and try to have sex with me when I was passed out drunk. I didn't even find out until a long time after it had happened. I found out through my girlfriend at the time when we were having an argument because she found out a close friend of mine and I had sex one time and I never told her about it. She then started asking about other girls I hooked up with that we hung out with. And I told her that she was the only one. And that's when she said, "Don't lie to me. What about blank?" And I seriously had no idea what she was talking about. And then she told me a story she heard about before we were dating because they were friends. Apparently one day the two of them and another friend were on a porch swing that was in the middle of our quad. They saw me walking to the cafeteria, and my girlfriend made a comment about how she thought I was attractive. That's when the other girl started almost bragging that she went to my room to hook up with me in my room and started giving me a blowjob, but left because she couldn't get me to stay hard. The way she told it made it seem like I wanted it and just had whiskey dick. But the truth is that I had no memory of this happening and would have never wanted to have sex with her. I did not find this girl attractive at all and found her pretty annoying. Creeps me out thinking about how, the fact that possibly could have done it to more people. This nasty ass girl. Nasty. Stop sucking drunk people dick. You gotta ask. Be like, hey, you want your dick sucked? And they'd be like, yeah. And then you're good to go. You know what I mean? And then you're good to go, guys. Feel like I'm getting hungry. Should go Nah, I've never done that before, but one day I'll probably do it, like throw something in the oven and then come back and finish the list. Number 33. When I picked up my 90-day chip in an AA meeting, this old lady seductively kissed my neck and told me congrats. While not interested, I still sprang a boner. He sprang a boner. In case you guys are interested in a Kyle anecdote, my nose hairs are tickling the inside of my nostrils. And I nearly ripped my nose clean off my fucking face because of how it felt. It felt like something was crawling in there, but it's just my nose hairs as usual, losing their damn mind. Roger Blankenship said, so anyone ever have that one pair of shoes that get all tattered, but damn, they're the most comfortable shoes you own? Have this pair of die-hard Kmart Sears brand steel-toe sneakers that are just perfect, but have Kmart closed now and I have to order them online and it sucks because they take forever to ship, so I'm debating just waiting it out until they die. That was an anecdote from Roger Blankenship in the stream chat. That's the kind of shit I wish I saw more of because it's just so quaint and charming and adorable. Roger Blankenship letting y'all know about his shoe from Kmart troubles. I used to love walking up and down the aisles in Blockbuster, but now they closed Blockbuster down. Where am I supposed to go? It was more about the atmosphere than the actual thing that I was getting, like being able to talk to somebody, and I don't get to do that anymore. This bit is running on, Kyle. You should finish this list. All right. As we get to number 32, sucked my blood from an open scab without informing me that she was about to do so. She considered herself a vampire. Oh, yes. Number 31. At age 14, I visited my sister in a mental ward attached to a hospital. Cigarette-y, middle-aged woman kept making passes at me. It wasn't an all-female institution or anything. Number 30. A girl I had been dating for just a couple of weeks invited me to her mom's house for dinner. Halfway through dinner, I finally noticed that they had printed out pictures of me from MySpace and put them in frames and randomly interspersed them with other family pictures throughout the house. They were laughing hysterically at my reaction, and I told them very plainly and very seriously that if it was a joke, this was hilarious. But if it wasn't, they never actually answered whether it was a joke or not, and we didn't date much longer than that. Oh my God. Dude, I don't know. I also feel like I should order from Hungry Howie's now before it closes. Nah, it's a bad idea. Nah, never mind. Nah, I should get Chinese. Nah, continue the list. Number 29. I am a guy, and freshman year of college, my best friend was a girl in my dorm. She wanted to take ballroom dancing classes, but didn't want to worry about having someone to dance with, so she talked me into dancing with her. The week after the deadline to drop a class, she started dating a guy in the class, leaving me without a partner. There was only one girl who didn't have a partner, so I got stuck with her. She turned super creepy and stalkerish and would follow me all over campus, stick to me like glue if she ever saw me, and worst of all was how she would pathetically drop not so subtle hints about how she would date me, or how we should date. On the plus side though, I learned how to do ballroom dancing, and it has impressed every girl I have dated since. I can ballroom dance, girls, or I can turn my bedroom into a room with my balls in them. That's not funny. It's just so stupid. It's just so stupid. This is stupid. I'm sorry. As we continue up the list of 62 creepy things women did to men, we arrive at number 28 here. Number 28. My ex used to work in an office full of Hear me out. All right, here we go. Let's lean forward. I got it. All right, number 28. My ex used to work in an office full of mostly women, and they would constantly make comments and brush past him, ask to see his abs, or tell him how handsome he was. The Christmas party was a step too far, and he quit because they were just constantly slapping his ass, and so on. Some of them would even say that what they do to him sexually, thinking it was funny. Not that it should matter, but they were all middle-aged and overweight. Ugh. Number 27. Ex-girlfriend cheated on me with an abusive ex-boyfriend from a few years ago in high school. Found out, and living in an hour away, I planned to break up that weekend when I saw her again. Confronted her, and she went crazy and tried using a blender on my dick before it unplugged from the wall. Got her out of my apartment and went to work. Came home that night to find that she broke into my apartment and stole my cat. Never did see the cat again, but she is now overweight, baby to the ex-boyfriend she cheated on me with. And the ex fled the state, family kicked her out of the house, and I'm doing just fine in my life now. Ooh. That's great. Number 26. A girl licked my knee at a club. Were you guys like, there's so many questions here, you know? Did she just get down and do it here? Someone said, how much are you worth? This is a reference to another question that was asked on Reddit. This is like really meta. Like in the last few days, a question that made it to the front page was the... Oh my God. a question that made it to the front page of Reddit recently was, what was the most expensive thing you have licked? So for a guy to say a girl licked my knee at a club and somebody to go, how much is it worth? It's a meta reference. Sorry, I'm we're all in the know here. What a meme. So meta. I'm so meta, even this acronym, ISMETA. I'm so meta, even this acronym is meta. Okay? Okay. Number 25. I was a limo driver for a number of years. One time, this very drunk girl climbed through the divider into the front seat. I was on a fairly busy stretch of highway with nowhere to immediately pull off. There was a lot going on the road, so I really couldn't do anything but try to reason with her. I was seriously afraid she would bump me or the wheel or do something that would cause an accident. After she warms her way up to the front seat, she starts rubbing my thigh and telling me that I should leave my girlfriend for her. All the while, her friends are in the back, egging her on and thinking it was funny as hell. I pushed her hand off my upper thigh and cock region several times before I finally managed to get an exit where I could stop. It took me threatening to cancel the trip for her to get into the back of the car. Not the only time something like this has happened, but it was the only time a girl risked all of our lives to make it happen. Usually there is one reasonable person in the group to keep the crazies in check. Nah, birds of a feather, cuckoo together. You know what I'm talking about? Woo. Number 24. Had a disagreement over buying her some new outfit dress thing, with the supposed victory going to me, with we don't have the money right now and we'll see next paycheck compromise. Okay. Right. About an hour later, while I was cooking dinner, she came up and apologized and then came in for a hug, which started nice and somewhat affectionate, but ended with her pulling her arms away very quickly across my back. This was to have the two razor blades she had sliced deep slashes across my back. She ran away and locked herself in the bathroom. I called 911 and went to get stitches and all the medical things, had insurance, thankfully. Obviously, the relationship ended then and there. Looking back, like 15 years later, it is really strange, as we were together for like 3 years and didn't have any major fights or physical altercations before that happened. It was so trivial with some massive escalation, but in the end it taught me that yes, I can cut someone out of my life figuratively. Woo, puns. How insane is that? Can you imagine you with your hoe and she want a dress and then you go, okay, look, man, we'll make it happen maybe next paycheck. We can't do it right now. And she's like, all right, I'm going to put these razor blades in my hand and I'm going for a hug and I'm just going to snarl you on the back. You know what I'm talking about? What? He was with a crazy hoe for 3 years and didn't know that it could just get that crazy. It's lying dormant in all of the women. Stripes knows exactly what I'm talking about. I'm glad that you guys let the odd people win tonight. 3942 is a fine number, and I hope it stays that way. I caress that number. Yes. As we continue up to number 23, I had a 20-minute conversation with a woman at an airport bar. Pleasant enough conversation. We were both a little flirty, and she was attractive and seemed nice. I left to catch my flight, and while I did sort of regret not getting her number, I didn't think much of it again. A couple of weeks later, she showed up at my house banging on the door at like 10 p.m. She had Facebook stalked me, which is acceptable, I guess, but because I don't use Facebook very often, I didn't see or reply to her messages. Same here. So, like any sane person would do, she figured out where I lived, got on an airplane, and came to confront me about the situation. At that point, I was already way over the whole thing, but she was basically stuck in my city for the next 3 days until her return flight, and she didn't have much money, so I kinda had to let her stay with me. It was pretty awkward, but it wasn't all terrible. I mean, she was a nice girl and pretty as a peach, but I was just too weirded out. If she had written me a letter or waited until I saw her messages, then she would probably be married right now. Or we would probably be married right now. I just couldn't get past the crazy stalker behavior, though. Yeah, it's because she didn't have double D's. You're crazy. You know what I'm talking about? See, I'm telling you, man, just like how crazy people are is usually tied to how hot they are, and you just don't want to do it. It's not worth it. You know what I mean? Sometimes the creepier the fucking act can get canceled out by how attractive the people are. See what I'm saying? Scary stuff. Number 22. I really am wondering how this is going to get towards the top. I'm really wondering. Number 22. I matched with a girl on Tinder. We're off to a great start. Talked to her for a few weeks on the app. She was sweet, smart, funny, ambitious. Ew. When sexual partners are just another card in the deck for you assholes. Seems like the total package. I asked her on a date, picked her up, and we went out, and she was just nowhere near as alluring in person. But I never want to be someone's bad date experience, so I tried to keep my distance, but still give her a fun night, dropped her off. That was that. The next day I called her, told her that I think she's great, but that the spark I'm looking for just wasn't there. She flipped. Oh my God, she flipped, baby. God damn. Jesus Lord. Stripes herself has corrected with $1.58. The confusing 40, well, it's 41 now, you know. That's what I'm talking about. But, you know, some people wouldn't exactly call that round, you know. Just saying. I appreciate you, Stripes. Let's continue. She called me every name in the book, insulted me in every way she could possibly fathom, and so I just ignored her after apologizing. She called me a few hours later, apologizing for her behavior and crying relentlessly. This, being way beyond my comfort level, had to end. So I told her I didn't want to speak to her anymore, and that I wish her nothing but good fortune and luck. She then proceeded to yell at me for allowing her to cry, like that was my decision, and for being an asshole. Her words. Then she threatened to slash my tires, break all the windows on my car, and go to my place of work and tell everyone I raped her. Luckily, this was all in text messages, which of course I saved and screenshotted. Oh, but it isn't over. I woke up for work a few days later, got in my car, and pulled out of my driveway. My street looks like a giant dong with 2 circles at the end. The neighborhood legit looks like a dick. The roundabout on my left exiting my man Aaron Deers, 4211. What y'all got to say about that? What do y'all got to say about that? Thank you, Aaron Deers. I woke up for work a few days later and got in my car and pulled out of my driveway, and the roundabout on my left exiting my street has no exit. The right testicle leads onto the main road. I check my left and I swear I see her in a car. Nah, couldn't be her. Nobody is that crazy. I pay no mind, stop at a gas station, get my coffee, get back in my car, and get to work, and it's still dark out. I was opening the place up and I see the same car pull into the parking lot behind me. It's her. And at this point, I know it's fucking her. I act like I don't see her, make sure the security cameras are on, call the cops, and wait. She parked on the opposite side of my building, waited, and walked around the building to my car and just stood there like she was contemplating actually slashing my tires. She starts to walk away, evidently deciding that she isn't going to, and then she turns back. Fuck. She's gonna do it. I rush out to stop her, fearful for my car and the fact that she might have a knife on her. And when I exit the building, the cops pull up. After a brief exchange with the police, in which I show them the text she sent. Oh, my man, Elliot Flack. Oh my God, $289. He has corrected it to $245. Okay, it's very clean. That's a crisp number. You know what I'm talking about? Make you want to take your hand and extend it in front of, like hold your hand up, right? So that your palm is facing away from you, and then take your thumb and bring it so that your thumb tip touches the fingertip on your index finger, and all your other fingers are extended. And then you go, that's a pretty good. That's A-okay, you know? That's the spicy meatball. 45, baby. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing, okay? So as we grow up. No, I need to grow up. Here we go. She's gonna do it. So I have a fucked up story to tell. After a brief exchange with the police. Ooh, Fat Man's here. And he's ruining the fucking number. Oh my God. Wow. There's an emote for that. Give me that. Yeah. How do I do it now? I want to do it now. Come on. Where is it? Oh, there it is. There it is. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do that. Yeah. All right, now that that's over, okay. I'd like to thank the Fat Man who has arrived for his donation. Here's hoping we can make Fat Man happy, considering Fat Man seems to have 2 different pictures in the stream chat. Very strange stuff. I like to think that somebody else must have changed their name to Pimp Daddy Fat Man, and they're also a mod. How is that possible? Will the real Pimp Daddy please stand up? Well, there's that. After a brief exchange with the police, in which I show them the text that she sent, she gets searched and they discover a hammer in the front pouch of her hoodie. She gets arrested. I have a fucked up story to tell my underling employees, and I get to wonder what I did that incited such bizarre behavior. Oh my God. Well, there's that, guys. Number 21. A girl grabbed my ass and fingered my butthole when I was in Mexico. I was just watching the Day of the Dead dancers and blammo, a finger in my butt. I turned around and saw a little Mexican woman slip through the crowd. My girlfriend was like, "Why'd you jump?" And I explained that I just got a finger in the butt. Oh my God. Fat Man said that was actually him updating his thumbnail with the Christmas crap. And I like that it changed for only one message and then it went back. Fat Man said he updated his profile like it's Facebook. Did he really? Psh, nothing's loading for me here. Psh, just your creepypasta and nerd sync time. Well, there's that. As we grow up to number 20, I was at the grocery store with my friend, then 2-year-old daughter, and twin, then infant sons. My wife was pushing a double stroller with our daughter and one of the boys in it, and I was carrying the other, who was calmly cuddled up to my shoulder. We're in the produce section when some random middle-aged woman that I had never seen before spots us, makes a beeline towards me, stretches out her hands, and tries to take my kid out of my arms. She didn't look at my wife or me, didn't say a word to either of us. She just literally tried to grab my son from me with no prompting or invitation whatsoever. I would have fucking foot that bitch. You crazy? I stepped away from her and shielded my kid, and my wife chased her off. That wasn't the only weird, creepy middle-aged woman to come out of the woodwork when the twins were still babies, but she was the most frightening. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine like just having a kid and then like on multiple occasions somebody trying to steal these kids? You out here trying to steal these kids? I guess that's Fat Man for Christmas. Well, as we proceed up to number 19, after 3 or so dates, started talking like we were engaged. Well, some crazy girls will do that.
When are we going on vacation together? Should we get married in a church? How many kids would you like us to have?
Well, I know that he means kids, even though he didn't write kids. It just says, how many would you like us to have? I called it off after that, so she threatened to tell the police I raped her. Luckily, nothing ever came of that. Luckily for you. That could have been your life ruined, homie. Oh boy. Number 18. I dated an artist a few years back. I got a notification on Instagram that she tagged me in one of her paintings, and so I go to check it out. I see that she has a painting of her cutting off my dick while she's wearing a bunny suit. I then check out her Instagram story. It's a video of the painting in progress, and she's actually wearing a bunny suit while painting it. And yes, I have a screenshot. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Number 17. Oh man, when I was younger, 22 years old, I think, I signed up to work an event at the job that I was at. I had to work a table with an activity and help these Girl Scouts craft something. So, these two around 13-year-old girls came up to me and started making crafts. They then asked me for my phone number and I told them no. They then asked me my name and I told them no. They constantly asked me for both of these and I refused, and a female coworker came up and started chatting with me. The girls then asked for her info, or that the girls then asked her for my info, and she gave it away? I was pissed, and thinking back, I'm still pissed. One of them started texting me immediately. I told her to stop, she laughed and walked away, and I blocked her number. The next day I got a Facebook friend request from her and blocked it. Then I started getting messages from her, and the same coworker gave her my work email address and MySpace account. Bitch, what the fuck you out here trying to do? Get a nigga arrested? She was very persistent in getting me to talk to her, and I hated it. Finally, I messaged her troop leader and told her about what she was doing. She just said she'd take care of it, and I never heard from her again. I think not just her age, but how persistent she was what creeped me the most out about her. Wow. How interesting. Faith out here timing out niggas who got banned. Damn, Faith. Ice cold as usual. As we proceed up this list of what? 62 creepy things women did to men. We arrive at number 16. I was at work when a customer came in. She was overweight and looked pretty slobby. Her hair was a mess, she was wearing pajamas and had a mismatched pair of shoes. She came up to me and asked how she looked, because she was about to start driving for Uber and wanted to know if she looked presentable. I just said sure and tried walking away, but she wouldn't let me leave. I don't know how we ended up here, but she started talking about how her skin can't handle most soaps and had to use some alternative to it. She shoved her arm in my face, telling me to smell it. To see that it didn't smell bad, I politely declined, but she did it again and made it clear that she wasn't moving until I smelled her arm. I finally did, said it was fine, and walked away as fast as I could. It was definitely one of the most uncomfortable moments I've had with someone. This must have been some sort of game show like YouTube video. This is the scariest thing I've ever fucking seen. Are you kidding me? Whoa. Mismatched pair of shoes and bullshit. You out here like, I'm gonna start driving for Uber. Do I look presentable? Number 15, man. Oh my God, write me your life story, you fucking Pringle. what the fuck? Oh! And here I was trying to get food at a reasonable hour so that I could not be a fat ass for the rest of my life. Number 15. I had months of hell trying to get away from my crazy ex. I think she'd spent for her whole life getting what she wanted, and when I broke up with her, it was like she couldn't comprehend it. She spent months turning up to my house, at first knocking on the door like we were still together. After a few weeks, when I started to ignore the door, she'd be at the glass. Or the window, I'm guessing. I'm playing on my Xbox and suddenly I notice she's there, looking in at me. Oh my god, Emily says Howie's is closed. You shouldn't have tried to order from Hungry Howie's. No, it's okay, Emily. It's okay. Plus, I'm sure you got points at like every other place, and that's what matters. Love ya. So, I became anxious, so I left the house as little as possible because she'd always be waiting around the corner. She lived 3 miles away but couldn't drive, so must have been walking up or lying to her parents to get dropped off. I'd spend a few days in the house and think she can't possibly be here now or there now, so I'd go out for a walk and she would appear from round the side and grab me so I couldn't go back in. I was so on edge. Eventually, I called the police and gave reports, but she still came back. I stopped going out with friends for a very long time, and months later, I was out for a special occasion and she pickpocketed my phone in a club. I noticed and tried to grab it back. She wanted to see if I was seeing any girls. She told a bouncer I hit her. He grabs me by the throat, no questions asked, and drags me upstairs backwards and throws me out. I couldn't speak for 2 days because of the damage to my throat. I'd been talking to an old female friend, just normal conversation, but we both liked each other. This girl text and phone her. No idea what she said, but that girl never would speak to me again and let me explain. I eventually went to court and showed hundreds of emails and texts to the judge, who gave a restraining order in my favor immediately. Unfortunately, it was only for my address, so it didn't help when I went out in public. There's so much more. It went on for about 9 months, and it was pretty awful that nobody takes it as seriously when it's happening to a male. For sure, if I'd have done that shit to her, what she'd done to me, there'd be more extreme and serious consequences. Pretty sad. Pretty sad. That throat thing really bothers me. That sucks. Dude, this dude updates this shit with a part 2. God damn. He said he lost a job. Sorry. He lost a really good job and he'd spent months and a lot of money training for it. Damn, man. Emmy says, Kyle, where do you want food from? Let me tell you something, sweetie. Everywhere that would send me food is closed. Just so you know. So, with that, I feel like I should just lay out what I would like from, let's say, Domino's. So, if I were going to Domino's, right? I'd probably get like some bread bites, Philly steak sandwich. You know what I'm talking? Philly steak sandwich with no onions or peppers. No onions or peppers, right? Get like let's see here. Get like 2 boneless. Get some boneless chicken, right? How about like I don't know. That sounds great. Too bad they're closed. Right in the feels. Huh, Emmy? Right in the feels. Let's go ahead and put a lid on this list, guys. I believe in my own abilities to finally make progress in the completion. Number 14. As a young teenager, this big girl would aggressively grope me every chance she got on the school bus. The bus driver wouldn't believe me because women don't do that and guys always wanted it. One day, I was walking to my seat and she grabbed my crotch so hard that it hurt and said, "You're not a real man until you split dark oak." Ugh. Ugh. She was a black girl. Oh. I start walking home or bumming rides after that. Poor guy. No, I don't like mushrooms. No mushies. Roger Blankenship says, how early do they close? My local one is up till 1 a.m. Everything is closed at 11 p.m. here. You know? Like the Domino's, the Pizza Hut, the Howie's, and I believe my Chinese place closes at around 11. Well, let's destroy this list, ladies and gentlemen. Number 13, I was super drunk, passed out on my friend's couch. His friend was there also. I woke up to find her straddling me and pouring whiskey down my throat. It was super not needed as I was destroyed. Apparently she had sex with me that night. Can't say I consented as I wasn't conscious. That's rape. Jesus Christ. That is fucking rape. Gotta be careful where you do this shit, man. Oh my god, y'all gotta be careful where you situate yourselves. Oh my god. Number 12. A girl I dated made a voodoo doll out of her used tampon and my hair shavings. Used? Oh, I just took my hands off of the fucking mouse and shit. Jesus Christ. Hey, Faith corrected the... No, she didn't. It says 4740. I love Faith. Oh, and the little hearts. Faith's so cute. Aw. Thank you, Faith. But yeah, it's not corrected at all. 4740 is a very strange number indeed, but, you know, we're going to have to deal with it. A girl I dated made a voodoo doll out of her used tampon and my hair shavings from my electric razor. God, I'm literally like... Ugh. Like shit, like my soul's trying to escape my body reading this shit. Ugh, that she said she'd use on me if we ever broke up. She buried it inside a lunchbox at the beach and drew a map to find it. She's now a married mother of 2. I like to think that all girls are a little bit crazy when they're younger, but fuck me, man. What the hell is this? Number 11. I woke up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom and my girlfriend allowed me... My man Elliot, man, correcting that donation to a crisp 50. You know what I'm talking about? You should see the frames per second on that jar because it can't even handle the animations. So, number 11, I woke up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom and my girlfriend followed me and sat outside the door to wait for me, and I didn't notice. Opening up the bathroom door to see a humanoid figure sitting in the dark by my feet at 3 in the morning scared the ever-living shit out of me. Why would she follow you to the bathroom in the middle of the night? My 2-year-old does this to me constantly, scares the shit out of me every time, but why would your girlfriend do that? Why would she do that, though? That's so strange. Number 10. First date. Her. What's your blood type? Me. O positive. Why? Her. Good, we can have kids. Why the hell wouldn't they be able to have kids? Gamer. Thank you for that. Thank you for that 343. You have successfully destroyed the crispness of that. But you know I still love you. Damn. That cup just ejaculated. You know what I'm talking about? Wow. I don't know why Gamer Crunch said I'm gonna send 500 to the super chat. Because nobody believes you, man. If you're gonna do it, then do it, man. Show me what you're talking about, Gamer Crunch. Show me what you're working with, Gamer Crunch. Because if you're lying, I got something for you. By the end of the stream, you have sealed your fate. All right, here we go. Here we go. Number 9. In the 5th grade, we were starting the family life lessons, which is basically sexual education. One of the girls in my class pointed at me and said I would impregnate her. Oh my God. Somebody else says, I hope she didn't know what that meant. And he goes, of course they gonna know what intercourse is. By the time they hit 4th grade, they got the Discovery Channel, don't they? Come on, man. We ain't nothing but mammals. Oh my God. You've heard of a weeaboo, but have you heard of neaboo? Emmy Bun says dinner is on the way in about half an hour. No, it isn't, Emily. No, it isn't, Emily. No. No.
Pre-order
no.
God of War 4 with this, my man.
No. Oh. All right. Oh, fuck. All right. All right. Thank you, Jesus. Or Jesus. I know. We got to. Thank you, Jesus. Me saying thank you, Jesus, when you know who I mean when I say that. Thank you, Jesus, for your donation. He's saying I should use this 60 and pre-order God of War 4. When does God of War 4 come out? God of War 4 release date. Oh my God, I can't believe Emily burned my ass so good, man. She got me. What the fuck? I thought they closed. I swore they closed at 11 because I tried to order at 11 and they wouldn't allow me. November 2nd. When does God of War release? It releases in 2018. Why are you guys worried about that now? Why y'all worried about God of War right now? I don't think there is a release date for this game, because if there were, then Google would answer my question. And it hasn't. I am so sorry about the lack of completion here. Oh my God. Emily got me good. Thank you to everyone tonight. You guys have gone above and beyond as usual. There's like... Oh man, I've never gotten got like that in my life. I've never gotten got like that in my life. I'm sorry. Okay. As we continue this list, I am so sorry. Ugh. Number 8. I had one woman in the office comment on how my new pants made my genitals look nice. I'm paraphrasing. Damn, Faith.
You don't have to give me money, Faith.
Thank you. And she did turn it into a crisp $61, which to some people may not exactly be the roundest of numbers, but still, is crisp, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Just like I appreciate all of you, and I appreciate Emmy, who got away with ordering something for me tonight. Pimp Daddy say, do you want some Doritos, Kyle? I think that's a reference to this Doritos thing that he sent me a picture of where it was like panty flavored or something. Guys, let's finish the list and we can dick around. I apologize. Number 8. I had one woman in the office comment on how my new pants made my cock look nice. When I pretended not to understand, she got more crude and gestured until I walked away really uncomfortably. It's worth noting that she's got kids older than I am. What kind of pants? Somebody said cock bulgers. What the hell are cock bulgers? Oh my God. Number 7, okay? Get me the hell out of here. Number 7, coworker at a dinner told me she was leaving her boyfriend for me. Just out of the blue one day, said it in front of cook's manager and 2 customers. I barely knew her and had worked with her for 4 months on rotating shifts. Minimal actual contact or dialogue between us. Didn't even know her last name. I was pretty rowdy at the time, but I was always quiet at work and I kept to myself. I thought maybe she was screwing with me or her boyfriend was in earshot and she was trying to fuck with him. Got home that night and she was standing outside my apartment with a suitcase. No idea how she got my address. I told her to go home and she quit the diner the next day. It was super weird. I was dragged into the manager's office and interrogated twice, tried to explain that I had no clue what was going on, and about a week later, either her boyfriend or ex showed up with 2 of his friends in the parking lot and kicked the shit out of me as I was leaving work. What the fuck? To this day, I'm still confused about the whole thing. Did you get... Oh my God. The guys that kicked my ass were some Hispanic guys. Oh my God. I had not slept with her. I had barely even spoken to her. This stupid bitch. Oh my God, what a story. Somebody said, I hope you press charges. And the guy says, ha ha ha, no. I say I was rowdy in my early 20s. I mean, there were warrants for my arrest, rowdy. Thank you, Stripes, for that dollar donation. Bringing it to $62 now. All 3 of Stripes' coins made it into the jar. You guys have destroyed the frames per second on that tip jar. Oh, Lord. It's okay. It's okay. Even if all the coins don't make it in the glass, all that money is making it to my ass. I'm going to start saying that all the time. You guys are going to hate it. Oh, my God. Well, number 6. Searched my apartment, phone, camera, computer, and everything else I owned the first time I ever let her into my place because she wanted to know more about me. She ended up creating a version of my personality she interpreted through my things. Somebody says, and this is why my phone, tablet, Chromebook, and PC are all password protected. Mine are just password protected because I expect to A, either be arrested out of nowhere or B, die. And I don't want people just going through my shit and fucking up my, you know, what remains of my life. If it's death, you know, I'm gone, you know, but still. Ugh. Oh my God. Scary, scary. Let's get out of here. Jesus. Number 5. As we arrive at number 5. When I was in medical school, a girl 3 years my junior started obsessing over me. Initially, it was kind of mild, and that I have a crush on you sense. She'd ask my friends about me and message me on social med through her friends' accounts. Chalked it up to being young. Then she started to mess with the girls that I'm close to, including my sister, telling them that they don't deserve me and that I'm hers. Also started hanging out with at my neighbor's place and refusing to leave until they called me out for some stupid reason and whatnot. And she'd hang out in the neighborhood I live in and pretend that we bumped into each other on accident. I can't imagine having a girl this into me. What the hell? What a fucking crazy thing. What a bit of insanity. Oh my God. I just can't believe it. Thank you, Aaron Deers. That 101. You are really just fucking that. Look at how slow them coins dropping. You about to, all two of them just gone. R.I.P. those 2 coins. My God, look at the frame rates on that. Anyway, okay. I would occasionally post music I like on Facebook or Twitter, and she would post music of her own as a response because she's convinced that all the music I post is for her. Then in my final year, she wrote this 80-page letter in which she professed her love and compared me to some messiah shit. Yo, no one's writing me an 80-page fucking letter. What the fuck? These people are crazy. But I'm a little bit jealous. That somebody so crazy has the attention here. Wow. I'm a little bit jealous. I don't want a hooker, Pimp Daddy. You wrong for that, Fat Man. Someone get Kyle a hooker. I'm forced to ask Fat Man now. Be honest, Fat Man. I bet Fat Man has paid for Strange before, man. I'm telling you. I bet Fat Man's paid for Strange. This is crazy, man. He says the best part is that it's been a few years since then, and a few months ago she started working where I am working. Oh. Somebody said, please post an 80-page love note. He said, I've given it to a good friend for safekeeping to be used as evidence in case I actually get murdered. 80 pages. Somebody said, is this a love note or a manifesto? Dude, manifesto is only a word that you hear used when people are fucking psychotic. I want to write a manifesto. Yo, Pimp Daddy says they think I'll pay. Oh my God, Fat Man. Are you implying that you've run out on a hooker? Faith says, do you want me to send you a letter, Kyle? No, Faith. No, Faith. My point is that I am... Okay, look, I'm obviously biting off more than I can chew here because I don't want to meet a girl that's that crazy. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm so shocked and morbidly curious as to what the fuck someone would have to be not in the right mind to be able to fill 80 pages with some shit. What the fuck would you be writing? Oh my God. I'm so... Oh. Of your own volition. You know what I mean? Like you weren't told, hey, write this 80-page thing. You just woke up one day and was like, it's time to make it clear that my love for this person is just unbelievable. I'm like, whoa. Number 4. Back in 1992, I was dating this girl from Chile. Okay. She really, really, really liked ABBA. You can dance. You can dance. Oh. Wait, you can dance having the time of your life? Yeah. Dancing queen. She's that girl. She's only 17. ABBA's pretty great. Anyway. Before we would have sex, she would make me sing the song Take a Chance on Me while dancing naked. If I refused to do it, there would be no sexy time. This is great. Being 18 years old and really only able to think about one thing, I would sing the song and dance the dance. I hate disco. Oh my God. This is hilarious. This is the greatest fucking... At the end of this list, this really got great. Number 3. Just started dating, showed her a pic of my son. She then asked what I was going to do with him once we had kids. Oh my God. Somebody said, holy mother of red flag. What you were gonna do with him when we had kids. Oh my God. Holy hell. my God. Number 2. She showed up at my apartment back in college. She knocked on the door and I didn't answer. It was late, I was tired, and I didn't invite her over. She kept knocking louder and louder. The police arrived and asked her to leave. She left and showed back up about 5 minutes later. She knocked some more, and finally I gave up. In the morning, I found a human turd on my doorknob. No, and she knocked some more and then finally gave up, and then the next morning I found a human turd on the doormat. Maybe she was just desperate for the toilet. Yeah, right. The guy goes on to say she lived in the same complex. I think it was an anger turd. Oh my God. Guys, I'd like to thank you for this ridiculous journey. We've reached 6301 tonight. That's so incredibly sweet of you all. I want you all to give it up for yourselves. I mean, I can't believe how great you all are. Give yourselves a round. Yeah. Wow. You're so amazing. How do you even do that? We're at the end of this now. Might as well change the track to that. And just thank you guys once again for being amazing. Wow. I want to thank my sponsors who, as usual, just make me feel alive. And you know there's new sponsors now. Oh boy. How can I even handle them? Elliot Fleck. Oh my God. And didn't somebody else become a sponsor recently? I think the Sheepman and Ketchup need to be on there. Yeah. Sheepman, Ketchup, and then Elliot Fleck. So guys, I want to thank you all because you really did go crazy tonight as far as the donations were concerned. We got some Aaron Deere, some Elliot Fleck, some Sheepman, Vulgarian Stripes. We got Veiny Hot Dot. What? And Fat Man, of course. I want to thank Faith, and I want to thank all of you. I want to thank the patrons, because you guys are the sexiest people of all. Oh, I'm just kidding. But you guys are the sexiest. Especially patrons and sponsors. I want you both to understand that you guys have a favor that you can call in with me at any point. Whether it be you want to watch me play something, whether you want to watch something on stream, you know what I mean? Whether you want me to cover a song, you name it. Make that request known and I'll make it happen. Because I was in the middle of some things and then I forgot what they were. They're saved on Audacity. But I think one of them was like a play song that I usually do for this channel. So there's that. Special thanks to Emily again, who destroyed my request that I didn't know was actually something that could be made reality. Emily says, "Where's our Arthur episode?" Stripes needs to pick an episode of Arthur, or I will pick it. If you guys want me to pick it, I'll pick it, because it's probably gonna be that snowball episode where he hit that bitch in the face. That shit was crazy. It was off screen though. It was implied that it happened. Okay. Oh my God. Number 1. One of my buddies had sex with a girl in college. About an hour after they had sex, she killed herself in his apartment while he was asleep. And I thought sex with me was bad. I'm kidding. Anyway, cut her wrists in the bathtub. He said he got up to pee in the middle of the night and thought she left, had no clue she was sitting in the bathtub, maybe 3 feet away from him while he pissed. He didn't know her well, but it really fucked with him for a very long time. Oh my God. Somebody said, and thread. Dude. Here's why it's scary as fuck to me, guys. All right. I've had girls in the past where I've tricked them into recognizing their own physical worth. A lot of girls will say, I'm useless. I have no purpose. I can't bring anyone any kind of joy. There's nothing going on with me. Nobody would ever want me. Blah, blah, blah. The world's just over. I don't respect me because who could? Blah, blah, blah. And I'll always just hit them with mind games in a way where I make them reveal something about themselves. I say, okay, if you can't give anybody anything, then why don't you just go fuck somebody? Why don't you flash me right now? Oh, you don't want to do that? You know what I mean? So you must have some worth at least to yourself. Do you get what I'm saying? In this specific scenario, that made sense, you know? So when this shit happens where the girl fucks somebody and then she killed herself, it makes me wonder if like a girl wasn't feeling that way, where she was just like, I have no regard for myself. I'm going to go do something for someone so that they can get use out of me and maybe get some feeling through that. What if she went to do that? What if she gave a piece of herself to somebody thinking, you know, making them feel good would make her feel good, but she felt nothing. So at the end of it, she just took her life. That got pretty dark, right? That got pretty dark. Here's hoping you all had a great day. I know that was a long and crazy list. Stripe says, Kyle, I have something for you to read right now. Oh, girl. Here it is. My friend that plays a ridiculous amount of Mercy just got this in her Twitch inbox. I'm triggered. Okay. So here we go. It reads, my name is Alex. I found you on Master Overwatch as one of the top Mercies, and I think that's great. I like my women skilled at something and still know their place. Let's be honest, you play a skillful hero like Genji or Widowmaker, you wouldn't be fourth. From now on, you'll be my duo and girlfriend. You'll pocket me, and this comes with some conditions. You'll be required to send me some snaps of you every morning, noon, and evening. Some nude ones at night too. You obviously won't be allowed to stream anymore and talk to any other guys. If you please me, I'll buy you an occasional loot box or two. We'll Skype every day. Make sure to buy a high-definition webcam soon. Here is my contact details. Oh my god, this nigga was serious. This nigga was serious. Oh my god. Oh my god, this nigga was serious. He got his contact details out here. Look, man, that sounds like a really healthy relationship. A girl who's sending snaps every morning, noon, and evening with nudes splashed in there. That's how I know that I'd be in a happy relationship with a lot of people. Hint, hint, hint. Oh my god. Oh my god, hint. Oh my god. Oh my god. This nigga laid it down. He was like, hello, this is my name. Like, really, it starts with this is my name. You are now going to be my girlfriend. From now on, you will be my duo and girlfriend. What the fuck? You will pocket me. I feel so dirty for having Mercy's pocket me now. I feel so dirty. Oh, Stripes, why you bring this to me? Why, Stripes? My pregnant wife is practicing her swaddling on a cat. Hey, didn't Gamer Crunch say that he was going to be making $500 happen? So, I guess enjoy your ban. Forever. You stupid bitch. Emmy says they left 10 minutes ago. They're on the way. Oh my god. Emmy. Ooh. Emmy's done it again. This dude, you know what this dude trying to do. Listen up. If you guys were here recently, you heard a story about how a guy with a disabled like brother or something really liked a Tonka truck that was discontinued. So someone, after they made a post on Reddit, went on eBay and bought it, and out of the kindness of their heart was willing to send it to the stranger so that the brother could have it. And this dude is like, these lifesavers were guaranteed in my stocking every year, but you know they're trying to get somebody to buy it. So that you're right. Bastard. Emmy Bun says it's posted in nostalgia. I know, but I know what they trying to do. I know these people, man. Fucking Redditors. You think I don't know? Oh no, Hollywood's abandoned Terry Crews because of the sexual allegations or whatever. That's fucked. Oh my god. That's fucked up. In the wake of very serious sexual assault allegations recently, we've seen very powerful men have their careers stripped away. Meanwhile, this guy assaults Terry Crews and then 30 days later is back at work. Not sure why he gets a pass. What was this? It was deleted. You know what you know what it is? It's because it's okay to assault men, you know? Because those little boys, like, you know, oh, that's bad because they're little boys. But when you do it to men, you know. Oh, well. Poor Terry Crews. I need to get in shape like Terry Crews. Someone writes on Ask Reddit, people who have been online since the 90s, what mysteries from the early days of the internet are still unsolved? That'll be what we read tomorrow in the middle of the day. Oh shit. I don't have any clothes on. I'll be oh. Okay. Emily, thank you once again for feeding me another night. For feeding hungry Kyle. Oh my god, you know, I just realized that everybody could see what I was scrolling through. I could have looked through any number of terrible things. Here's the thing. There you go. There you go. Why did it just freeze like that? Seriously though, Emmy, thank you. And guys, thank you all for being here, and thank you for making the stream explosive as usual. I look forward to seeing you all soon, and maybe, just maybe, when I'm done eating, I'll stream or something, but it'll be way too late for most of you, so. Robert Downey Jr.? That's Iron Man.
There's Iron Man. But there's Iron Man. But there's Iron Man.
Oh my god. Guys, I do hope you have a wonderful night. Wait, who's Emmy's true love? Iron Man? She's in love with the guy who plays Winter Soldier. Yeah. I love you guys, and I'll catch you all soon. Let's see what's up. Talk to you later. Yeah. Thank you, Emmy.